What is going on, guys? Chase here, back with another trading video. Happy news day. Obviously, me and the Discord took no trades. Today was CPI, Powell spoke, President spoke. We were not in it with that, but our whole Discord did do a review morning, so all of us were still productive, and we're going to go over some things that I think that you guys should know in today's video. So we're going to be going over fair value gaps, CISDs, order blocks, and just a bunch of PD arrays that you guys can look for when you guys are trading off of these levels into these levels, and overall just to enhance your trading game and to have over a 75% win rate just like me in the Discord. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. Alright guys, so moving into the charts, we did obviously not trade today. Look at this big Drake candle that we had here. Absolutely insane. I mean, this is literally a Drake candle. I mean, you guys saw just an absolute Drake candle there. But anyways, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be going over PD arrays and different types of structure shifts that you guys can look out for, different types of candle patterns. Not patterns, but our PD arrays. So let's go ahead here and go ahead and label them for you, just so we can go over these. So this is going to be our fair value gaps, which obviously, if you guys do not know what fair value gaps are, you guys can go ahead and watch the video previously to this. I went over in depth of what fair value gaps are and what they look like. We have our inverse fair value gaps that we have as well. If you guys do not know what that is as well, you guys can go ahead and watch video previously. We have our CISDs, which is not really considered a PD array, but and then we have our order blocks, and then there's a few more that we're going to go over, but right now we're looking at these key levels, or these key things to go ahead and look out for. So let's go ahead here and hop into the charts. Obviously not today, because today was terrible, but let's go ahead and hop into the charts and show you guys some real examples. But first, let me go ahead and show you guys what these look like. So I'll just go ahead and label this one FVG. A fair value gap is going to be when you guys have three different candles that are moving in one direction. And there is a imbalance or a gap in between the second one. So in this case, this would be our fair value gap. There's also something called an inverse fair value gap as well. And that is when said fair value gap is created. We are moving up, and then we have our imbalance or fair value gap. And then we have more than two, actually it does not have to be more than two candles, but candles that are closing below fair value gap, leading to it being inversed. So we can label that our IFVG. And then we have our CISD, which is again going to be when we're seeing these and we see a big candle up like this. This can look like this. Sort of similar thing to inverse fair value gap as well. And then an order block. It's going to be our level before that big move. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the charts and show you guys how price reacts off of these levels and how this can basically improve your trading game to over a 80%, just like me. So again, I don't use any special trading strategies. I just trade solely off of price action and what I see. I don't trade off of what I want to see. I just trade off of what I see. So let's go ahead and just hop into a replay mode here and just scroll back and just randomly stop at like a 10 o'clock candle, like, because as well I trade at 10 o'clock every single morning with the Discord, so if you guys did want to obviously hop in and come trade with us, you guys can. We're offering a free Valentine's Day trial right now, so you guys can come hop in and trade. So right here, we're doing just some live testing. I haven't looked at the charts or anything. We just went random. First, I like to find my daily bias when I live trade with these said specific things that we're looking at. So right now, kind of see kind of a medium range, but in the past like day or two, we've been kind of in an uptrend. So I'm gonna wait and see. I can see here that at 9:30 market open, we had a nice little rally to the upside, and it's now 10 o'clock. So what I like to look for is I like to look at the 5-minute time frame starting off the day, and immediately I see here that we have a 5-minute fair value gap, and price has rejected off of that 2 times. So I like to go back here and right here. So price has rejected off of this. We have a nice big bullish candle, and obviously right here, this would almost be my entry for longs here on this, perhaps. But we have to look for a higher time frame confirmation. So, and we have to look for where we could fill and where we would place our stop. So right now we're trading off of a fair value gap. So let's go ahead and find some more key levels that price could potentially reach. I see up here there's a little bit of a gap right here that price tapped off of. So right here would be probably where I would want to shoot for my levels of take profits. And then maybe leave a runner for these 07 highs right here, or for our morning highs. So I would like to try and take out these morning highs if we could. And then these right here are our previous session lows. But right here, obviously, is some nice liquidity right there. So let's hop back into the 1 minute. And so if we were to go longs here, I actually don't know. I don't think I traded this day. If we were to go longs here, I would want to put my TPs. I would want to try and reach these highs here. And then I would take my stops at the close of this. Or should I need to go to the 5-minute. Yeah, so I would put my stops below this close, because that means that if it is invalidated, obviously, and some people can as well put their stop losses below this fair value gap, that would still leave your risk to reward almost to 2. I like to keep my stops tight. So obviously in this case, it looks like you kind of would want to put it right here just to give your trade a little bit of leeway room. Let's go to the 1 minute and see how this looks. Yeah, so this trade looks really, really good here. Obviously I have not seen this trade before. I don't do a lot of live trading, but this looks like a really good entry here if price does play off of this. Now, if price doesn't play off of this, then obviously we're going to go in for another trade here. So sorry, I just got a notification. So it did hit our TPs. So we did take our stop loss down to here. So we didn't get stopped out. Right here, it did inverse this fair value gap, which is a little bit disappointing. But the reason why obviously it did is, we entered right here. So we have to give ourselves a little bit of leeway room here, obviously, with this fair value gap. But we did inverse the 5-minute. Actually, no, we did not inverse the 5-minute. So I don't even know why. Why did it show that? Yeah, so we didn't even inverse it. I don't know why it shows right here. But it says we didn't inverse, so that's what was kind of confusing. But hit our TPs there. I want to see if we take out morning highs here. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're taking out morning highs. Good thing we took out our TPs. I don't really think I traded this day. But as you guys can see, that's how, you guys could have caught that play. And then we broke, obviously, below that structure show. Right now, obviously, let's go ahead and look for another trade. It's 11 o'clock. Trades still are valid here for the day. Let's go ahead and look at the 5-minute chart. So the 5-minute chart here, obviously, you could have had a bunch of entries here. So let's go ahead and clear the charts and go ahead and draw our fair value gaps that potentially could see price tap into or off of. You see a nice fair value gap here that we've tapped into. Wasn't an inverse, tapped into it and immediately rejected. Down here we see a mini fair value gap that we are currently testing into almost here. So we can play off of these levels currently here. But again, I don't know why the chart is messing up like that, because I don't know. But we have our fair value gaps here. So let's go ahead and see if price can come up here, and we're going to see how this is reacting. So currently we're in a downtrend. If this can retap this fair value gap, we could potentially enter shorts. So it tapped in there. It broke it. So in this case, once we break it, then I would be looking obviously for longs. So let's wait for a bullish fair value gap. We have fair value gap here. I don't know if price is going to tap into. Oh, look, it tapped immediately into that and rode up. So you guys could have caught that trade. Let's look here. If you guys just wanted to get into the dip, you guys could have gotten. But yeah, so whenever we're inversing, we want to look for longs when we're inversing fair value gaps. So we basically trade solely off of fair value gap. So now you guys can see we broke this. We tapped into a bearish fair value gap. We can now potentially look for short positions. And as you guys can see here, once we inverse that fair value gap, we look for short positions. Now we created a bullish fair value gap. What are we going to look for now? Long positions. That inversed it. What are we looking for now? Short positions. But again, we don't really trade this late during the day, because the closer to the morning it is, around 10 o'clock, the more important those fair value gaps are going to be when you're looking at them, and they could potentially respect price even more. So you guys can basically look at this whole graph here in the morning, which is our whole trading day, and you guys will see that price tapped off of fair value gaps and traded off of them. You had a fair value gap here, price rejected here, and we drew out our fair value gaps, and you guys can see that price is playing off of them. And every time price moves through these said fair value gaps, they have big moves. You guys will see that these big candles here are through this range of where this fair value gap was, and we call those order blocks. Order block here. So it's great to know and to trade off of fair value gaps, because when you're trading obviously in a range like this, it's hard, but when you guys will see those fair value gaps, you guys will know, how to trade off of them. So with that, I hope you guys did enjoy this video on how to trade with these fair value gaps and use them with inverses, CISDs, order blocks. If you guys want any requested videos on how I trade, what I do, or want me to explain something even further, you guys can go ahead and comment that down below. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. I'm currently doing a free trial Valentine's Day special where you guys can trade with us basically all week for completely free. All you guys have to do is just click that link in my bio, and you guys will be able to trade with us for completely free this upcoming week. We have over an 80% win rate with the Discord. I mean, everyone was passing their funded, so super good day. I hope to see all of you guys there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.